Meteorologist Lee Goldberg. Hurricane season is upon us. The 2025 Atlantic hurricane season begins on June 1st. We already have some activity in the Pacific. A name Storm Alvin is the name and may bring some rain to Baja California and ultimately into the west. And we are talking about the Atlantic hurricane season, which is again forecast to have above normal activity. And who better to talk to than the director of the National Hurricane Center, Dr. Michael Brennan.
The only thing that's kind of put the brakes on activity on a year-to-year basis has been El Nino. That's been the abnormal warming of waters in the East Pacific that creates less favorable conditions for storms to form in the Atlantic side. We're not going to have El Nino this year. So what's going to drive the Atlantic activity is going to be the warmer than average ocean temperatures across the basin, weaker upper level winds. So we won't have a lot of vertical wind shear to tear storms apart as they develop. We're seeing stronger monsoon activity over West Africa, which leads to stronger tropical waves, as well as weaker trade winds across the tropical Atlantic. So that combination of factors is really going to make the main development region across the deep tropical Atlantic favorable for formation. And a reminder that, the vast majority of the intense hurricane activity happens in those sort of peak months of August, September, and October.
An average season, 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, 3 major. The ranges this year maybe slightly lower than last year, but still high ranges, 13 to 19 named storms, 6 to 10 hurricanes, 3 to 5 major. In terms of track, how do you see the steps forward that you've made in track and intensity skill?
Last year was a pretty good year for track because we had a lot of strong storms and a lot of them stayed down in the low latitudes and the tropics. Where the steering flow is a little easier to predict, the storms don't move as fast. So that's sort of a recipe that comes together for a good year of track forecasting. Other seasons where you have weaker storms or storms more up in the mid or high latitudes can lead to larger errors. But we've really made a lot of progress on intensity forecasting. But since the mid-2000s all the way up through the last 20 years or so, we've seen appreciable improvements in intensity forecasting. Our errors are about half of what they used to be. And we're also making steps in being able to actually forecast rapid intensification now, which we never had the confidence to do even 5 to 10 years ago.